Hi, everybody, it's Jen. So today we're going to talk about, we've been talking about the consortia, sales volume equals buying power. What are the perks that you can get? What are the extra perks that we get when we collectively pool all of those resources together? So I've got a few of them for you. I'm going to tell you about a hosted sailing that I'm doing through my consortia, nothing to do with Jen's trips. But that's one of the perks is that they get hosted sailings where someone is on board, sort of like a concierge if they needed any services. I'll tell you about that in a separate video. But other things are things that are super practical. Remember, this is not a group trip. This is individuals all getting booked into basically like a promo code, right? It's a special rate code that's available to agencies only of that consortia. So what the amenities are discounted rates, unpublished discounted rates. Sometimes they're called covert rates, but we have special guidelines that we are not allowed to publish any of those rates online. So I'll give you the little insider scoop to that later. $300 per person onboard credit is normally where I see the amenities begin. We're not talking about $50 onboard credit that I give you as a thanks for booking with me again. With the luxury lines, it really starts between $300 and $600 per cabin for an extra amenity. A lot of times that's on top of any of the other promotions that I'm able to get you. So that's huge. I think the drink package is $700 on this sailing that I'm going on. If you had $600 on your cabin, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Let's see. Another really, really big one with the hotels, it's resort credit, could be $200, $300 resort credit, breakfast included if it normally isn't included at that rate. Spa credit. I told you about the onboard hosts. Probably the most popular one for especially the luxury lines or the premium lines is the private car and driver program. And what that means basically is instead of you buying an excursion on that sailing, if it is part of that consortia group, you are getting the rate for a complimentary private car and driver. So when you book onto that sailing, it'll open up and tell me they have access to this, offer it to them and see what they think. So the private car and driver program is probably what my clients love the most because that's hundreds of dollars and it's a private tour off the ship. So they come right there, they pick you up. It's such a nice added amenity without any extra cost. So um, I'll tell you more about some of those down the road, but what you need to know with that program or how you get a hold of those is you ask for the signature travel collection. That's basically what I call them when we have access to those things. But well worth you checking with me because you're probably going on that sailing anyway if you booked it direct yourself. You just won't have a private car and driver or the additional onboard credit. Hope that helps, guys. Have a good day.